Alright guys, we're back with another video. Today we're going to be looking at Orion packs from Transformers 1. And if you saw the short, I had some qualms. This figure, it's not it. It for what it's trying to do, it does an okay job. But the whole process of going from robot mode to this, I really hated it, especially here, because you have to be really precise with how you do it, and then to get this so that it can roll, you know, decently well and all that fun jazz. And I have some other qualms with the coloration of this figure too. Not with the main body. I think it's a little bit better than the old one, but again, I like the old one as well, even though it looks kind of faded. Here's a box. I was gonna say back shots, but no, that's wrong. The back view of the box, how he is pre-Optimus Prime. It's got the little map, the miner tool, the drill. They call it a drill, I think, at one point. But I don't know what to make of it anymore. But yeah, here we are with Orion packs, and yeah, I got qualms with this guy. Let's bring the old one for comparison. Sure, it's Optimus Prime. Sure, the colors on this one are better, but and I guess the wheels here are more accurate. I just wish they weren't the bright splodge of red. I kind of wish they went with to match the gray here, if not painted silver like it was in the movie. Because granted, it would have looked nice, and then maybe paint these wheels to be the same as the arm, so that it doesn't look so damn ugly in bot mode. Because they stand out and they don't look fun compared to this guy, where you've got a more streamlined thing going on. Cab is also a lot more fuller than what we got here. Granted, this has ports, so you can do something with it, but yeah, you see how the wheels here are like seamlessly, they are colored mostly the same, so that when you do see them, especially in bot mode, they're not an eyesore. Yeah. I have qualms with this figure. I don't hate it, minus one aspect of the transformation. But yeah, no, I don't have visceral hatred for it. I just find myself kind of disappointed, having a little bit of buyer's remorse. If it wasn't for the accessories he came with, this is like probably the most unique mining tool I've seen. I'm pretty sure it's like fantastical in the way it's built, but I think the concept is there. It's like these two blades will be spinning in opposite directions, kind of going through the energon, like zzz, and I can roll really nicely. Oh yeah, he can roll decently well. And he comes with a little world map, which is super detailed, even though I cannot get it to focus fully. Yeah, you can kind of see it. And because we're starting in truck mode, let's just show how to store it. You got two square slots here, or like peg holes. Also in here, I'm gonna use these ones, and you got two square, like two rectangular pegs, and then you just plug them in like so, and then you just plug this in any sort of port that's like right around here. So it can go on this side. If you don't want it to be too tight, though, you can also put on the smokestacks like that. And because of the way this is built, this is just your 5mm port with a 3mm female, so you could put blast effects on this guy. Unlike this one, you could put some blast effects and have a little bit of fun. So I count that as a plus. In all honesty, that sounds really nice to have. You can even have the smokestacks here be like guns and face them one way, but I'm gonna keep them there because elbows are really nice. But yeah, no, so same deal. You could take these blast effects, put them on like that if you want, but I think for these, they're more appropriate if they're here. There you go. He could have this guy zooming into battle and all that with his mining equipment. shred up some Decepticons, dig up some bases, and all that fun jazz. All that stuff. And of course, size comparisons bring back this Prime. This is the Deluxe. This is a Voyager. Let me get some other Primes that I have. 2 of them are Deluxe. And that would be G1 Toy Optimus Prime, Devastation Optimus Prime. And just for fun, let's get let's get this one. Studio Series 86. Well, not 86, but Studio Series 38, sorry. Oh my god, this one's dusty as all hell. Yeah. Without further ado, as I try to wipe off the dust off of this damn thing, let's get to Transformation. Why did I say it like that? That sounds so cringe. Alright, but yeah, let's get the Transformation. It's gonna be more easier to go from truck to bot mode than bought the truck. Good thing I'm doing it. I did it there in the short, so I don't have to do it again here. But I'll probably keep it in truck mode at the end of the day. I don't know. Maybe not. Who knows? Let's go. And there we have Orion packs in bot mode. And you can tell immediately the red wheels here. They're an eyesore. But that's probably the only complaint paint-wise. I have a few other qualms here. One of them being this damn diaper. Where if it's gonna tab in, so it's gonna be solid, but then like these hinges are super loose. And then also limits articulation like that, which is a little unfortunate. But actual detail is pretty nice, and you could tell this head is light piped instead of painted eyes as light piping, which is honestly something I welcome. Something I really like. The coloration, besides the wheels being obnoxiously red, everything else does in fact. I will concede it is it is a lot nicer to look at compared to Optimus Prime for Transformers 1, because they went with a more like dulled out wash, or like it looks like it's yellowing already, even though feel wise, no, that thing feels solid. It just looks like it's about to break apart at a sneeze. But yeah, no, the face detail is really great. You can tell this is the chest where he doesn't have the Matrix cog in the movie, but you could really imply that he has one of the cogs of the primes that Alpha Trion gave. And yeah, no, they were able to do a decent job, because considering this kind of like a downscale of a modified downscale of the older figure of Prime. Back is alright, you don't get much out of it. And of course you can store your drill here. And I believe the jetpack from, I believe it was Elita 1. I think the jetpack is compatible. I can pull Elita 1 and just pull off the jetpack and see if it's compatible or not. I'm about to find out right now. because I have Alita 1. However, when I bring up Alita 1, you're going to see another problem I have. Let's, can this fit? Yes, it can. There are 2 slots here, 2 tabs. It can most certainly fit. And although it looks kind of fugly hanging out like that, it certainly works. You can have it fly around with the drill going like whoosh. And yeah, it doesn't impede articulation, so I think I'm gonna just keep it on. It makes them look a little more complete. Gives it a nicer silhouette. Articulation, meanwhile, it's got a ball jointed head. Can do all that fun stuff with that. Full 360, of course. Make you use a transformation. Just reel the head back. Look down a little bit. Look up. Arms, 360. You can pull these down if you want, but they look kind of ugly doing that. 360. Out that way. Bicep rotation. Although it rotates kind of weird. Got a nice, it's a double elbow joint, so you could do that. Definitely above 90 if you want to just do that as well. You get wrist rotation, which is nice, it's lovely. And if you want to bend the wrist this way, you can do that as well. You got waist rotation, but it's weird. Look at that. Bro's dead. With the hip skirt being in the way like that, it's going to go that far. Back farther, granted you don't have the jetpack on. The knees have a little thoop, like a little click. That's for transformation, but you can bend the pass to get 90 degrees. You got knee swivels. You got a decent ankle tilt, or really that's a ridiculous ankle tilt. I don't know if you use too much of that, but it's nice. Do the transformation, feet can bend, and all that fun jazz. And yeah, let's showcase some accessories. Let's start with a little map you could put on him, like that, because there's pegs on his arm. You can look at it, it's like, oh, we need to go here, you know, all that fun jazz. My favorite one, but it's also a bit of an odd configuration, is you use the drill. You just plug it in from the under, like so. Turn it around, and then you can bend the arm however you need to try and get Orion to hold on to it. Granted, it's a little weird, but per the box, it is entirely possible to do this. It is entirely possible to pull it off. It's just that you kind of have to finagle it because the arms work a little weird. You can get something to that effect, but if you want to secure it, you definitely want to plug it in. Or like that. Yeah. Maybe get them seated in first, like so. And then you can adjust however you need to. Something like that. The box does a better job of showing it. Right here. Yeah, the box does a far better job of showing just how you can really pull that off. You can even bend everything here. Make use, because you have articulated wrists, so absolutely you want to make use of that however you can. And bam. Wait, there we go. Let me just yeah, you're not gonna get I'm not gonna be able to get the greatest because of the way articulation works sometimes, so you could do it like that. Would have been cool if they gave him 2 and have him like dual wield, but then I can see the weight issue. Because I'll just tell you now, this thing is so damn heavy. Maybe I could get Prime to wield it along with his axe. Just go like do all that fun jazz. Have him fly off. And whatever. Yeah, honestly, it looks kind of sick like this. Oh yeah, you can store the globe. Granted, the jetpack's not on the way. You can store the globe thing right there. And yeah, cool. Move this out of the way. Let's do a little bit of a size comparison where you're going to see another issue. Hold on, let me bring the camera up first. And let's start with Elita 1. Even pre-COG, I'm pretty sure Elita 1 was supposed to be shorter. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong on that aspect, but I'm pretty sure. I could bring in Bumblebee and Megatron. I hope they make a D16 just to be a complimentary figure to really go with it, because right now Megatron is way too big. And so is Bumblebee. Oh, whoops. Okay. But to get a real comparison, let's bring in Prime. Yeah. You can see how all that works out. Probably my favorite thing is this accessory for Orion packs, though. If we're being completely honest. And he has the articulation to wield it, though. Pretty sure I can do it with him holding it one-handed, but that's going to be a nightmare. But yeah. I'd like to think, like my little headcanon is that before he uses the axe, he probably had this kind of configuration going. And then later on, he just starts using the axe, like the Energon axe and all that fun jazz. But yeah, other than that, that's going to be it for today's toy review. Sorry if I don't sound too happy. Like, he's a decent figure in bot mode. I just really don't like that portion of the transformation. And the transformation in general feels kind of half-assed, like they gave up somewhere. That's just how I feel about it. But yeah, let me know if you guys enjoyed this video, or if you enjoyed to hear me ramble, whatever. And yeah, like, comment, subscribe, all that fun jazz, and I'll see you guys later. Take care. Bye-bye.